You're right. I call that impression the Hermippos has gone too far, Socrates. Pericles gave everything to Athens. Yet, we must still hear of Cleon's greatness.
Aristophanes, have you not done seemly things to Hermippos?
How dare you compare me to that man? His plays are a nuisance. Something I could come up with in an afternoon, and a drunken one at that. Mine are for a clever audience.
The same audience you judge. Should it not be clever enough?
Careful, Socrates, else I make you a character in one of my plays. Do you agree with Socrates that Hermippos should say what he wants?
They're only words. Hermippos should be able to say what he wants.
No matter what he says. What if he devoted his life to slandering you? Not just in Athens, but throughout the land.
Saying what he wants doesn't mean he would escape my spear.
Then everything we say has a consequence, even if we are allowed to say it. An intriguing thought, wouldn't you agree?
If you have such an issue with Hermippos, why not do something about it yourself?
I'd like to, but I haven't been able to find him. Maybe you'd have better luck.
It can't be that hard to find Hermippos.
That's what I thought as well. Maybe he's afraid I'll find him.
Once Hermippos is in front of you, what are you going to say?
I'm not entirely sure yet, but I promise you, it will be a grand spectacle.
It almost sounds like you're jealous of Hermippos.
Ha! Me? Envious of him? Making someone sad is easy, but making someone laugh takes true skill and talent.
Wherever Hermippos is, I'll find him.
I hope you do. His residence would be a good place to start.
Τι γίνεται? Τι λαμβάνει η χώρα?
Been terrorizing the local wildlife? Doesn't look like Hermippos is here. I should take a look around. Got to be careful not to get spotted.
Who's doing that?
That noise is annoying. Huh? I can hear you.
For glory!
Looks like Cleon made notes for Hermipos on his play. Everyone's a writer. A mask from the cult of Cosmos. Hermipos must be a member. This is a lot of money for someone like Hermipos. Explains his residence, at least.
What is it?
I couldn't find Hermipos, but I did find out something about him. He's a member of the cult of Cosmos.
Then it's no wonder he attached himself so closely to Cleon. Discrediting Pericles and his beliefs in Athens would benefit Hermipos and the cult, I'd imagine.
Hermipos is definitely a problem.
Do you still believe he should say what he wants, Socrates?
I know not what I think, nor what I know.
Ah, yes, you deserve a play of your own.
What is a leader if he hides behind the walls he built himself? Send me fire, storm, or sickness, but bring me justice for my city.
Φαντασία, Κλέο. Αδύνατον εστί. Τι γίνεται?
Is there something you need? Thanks for stopping by.
There'll be trouble if I'm spotted here.
I think I saw something. Huh. Guess I better take a look.
Come on.
Io non concontro i
These statues are incredible. The sculptors truly are masters of their craft. That's a nice horse, Socrates.
It's a very nice horse. A sturdy horse. It's also a stolen horse.
Socrates the horse thief. I can almost hear the stories they'll tell. Aristophanes will love this.
Unfortunately, those stories would be entirely fabricated. Although, I would like to see if you believe the stories should still be told once you know the truth.
What story is that?
There is a man nearby who is responsible for stealing the horse. I've been contemplating the proper course of action, but I'd like to know what you think is right.
And how should I make my decision?
Your thoughts are your own, but speaking to the thief himself may help you decide. Can such a crime be justified? It's an interesting thought.
Where's the thief now?
I told him to wait by the stables southwest of here.
If you caught him stealing a horse, what's to say he won't just run away?
The hope of keeping the horse. That's where you come in. I'll let him tell you the rest. Have you decided what should be done?
I need more time to decide.
Αδύνατον εστί. Διατίου δύναμε κοινή. Έφυξα. Σύνελθε. Σύνελθε. Τέλος έφε.
Leave this place, Mistios.
Best stay out of sight.
χάρη την όψη.
Are you the one who stole the horse? Socrates said I should talk to you.
Bad enough being caught, but to have a Misthios judge me?
Better than an Athenian guard. Anything to say?
The man I stole it from won't even miss it. He has plenty of others, while my only horse died last week. If I had the drachmi to buy a new one, I would have.
Did you steal the horse to use it, or sell it?
I have a family to feed, and this horse will help me on the farm. Plus, I have no other way of...
There's no other option?
Not that I could think of.
Any reason you picked this specific horse?
It was the easiest one to take. Other than that, not really. Though, I did make sure it wasn't his best horse.
A courteous thief.
I didn't steal it for fun. I did it because I had no other choice.
I have enough information to make a decision.
I hope you can understand. Wouldn't you do the same if it was your family?
This area will be well defended.
Have you decided what should be done?
If he needs the horse more than the man he stole it from, let him keep it. It'll do him more good.
So, determining whether a crime deserves a consequence or reward is dependent on the reasons behind it? An intriguing thought, although I can see how dangerous such thinking might be.
The real question is whether my decision matters at all, or if this was just another test to see what I would do.
There is a good chance it is both, but an equally good chance it is neither.
Now you're not making sense on purpose.
Let me ask you one more thing. If one man kills another in order to save many, can his actions be considered just? Or should the man be punished?
If the action was for a good reason, then he is in the right.
So, in times like these, people like us get to determine the law. Many would believe a murder still deserves consequence.
The people whose lives were saved would disagree.
Then perhaps making choices that affect the most people for good is a correct path. Wouldn't you agree?
Are we done yet? I can't stay here all day.
Of course you can't. It's a luxury few can afford. Even those with the time for it often lack the mental capacity for such things.
Okay.
καύσον τούτου.
Πληγήσετε της. Πάσε. Πού άλλον χρόνο να μην... Και διελθύνεται. Με ώρα κάσε. Εργάζεστε. Watch where you're going.
Ον παραδειγματισμού ένα. Πού διελθύνεται.
Αποκτήνεις αντίνα. Αθωότατο σημείο. Διαθίευε. Φοβούμαι σε. Ασφάλεια νου αισθάνομαι. Άσε τούτο.
Πού καρεστώνεσαι.
Πάρα αυτά τραχαίως. Γιατί τούτο, παιδί.
So now they have people watch us get punished. That's a different kind of shame.
I'm not here to watch. I just saw you by chance.
What you saw was a man who paid his master for freedom, but is being kept a slave.
You can do that?
My master gave me a price for my freedom, and I saved until I had enough. Now that I've given him the drachmi, he pretends as if the deal never existed.
That isn't right. Let me talk to him for you.
Really? You do that? My name is Phaedon. I don't know who you are, but surely you were sent by the gods. They must have heard my prayers.
They did, and you deserve their help.
I can sense something in you. You're special.
I like to think so.
Gods or not, I'm grateful. My master should be near the silver mine. He's likely overseeing other slaves like myself.
Have you always been?
Since my youth. I was in the wrong place and born to the wrong family. I've been sold more than once.
And you just now got enough to buy your freedom.
More like I found a master who was willing to give me that sort of deal. I should have known he'd lie. It was my only hope, and now it's gone.
Do you often get whipped like that?
More than you know.
What did you do?
I don't always know. Not working fast enough, looking at someone wrong, asking for water. Sometimes they do it just for fun. I'm not sure how much more I can take.
I'll talk to your master, and make sure he listens.
He's not really the listening type.
He will be with me.
You look strong. I could always use more people to keep the slaves in line if you're looking for work.
I'm already working. I'm here about one of your slaves, Phaedon.
As if I know their names. You're wasting my time.
Give me a moment to explain.
That's close enough to begging for me. Fine. Speak.
There's a man who paid you for his freedom. He'd like you to follow through on that promise.
Doesn't sound familiar. But I'm feeling generous. Do something for me, and I'll give this Phaedon his freedom.
What is it?
There's a woman I'd like you to kill. It'll leave her family to fend for themselves. But the cult of Cosmos needs it done.
You're a member of the cult? If that's true, then you know who I am.
You're smarter than they make you out to be, Eagle Bearer.
Tell me why I shouldn't just kill you now.
You could. Of course, if I'm killed, the slave stays that way. And I'm the only one who knows where his papers are.
Why does this woman need to die?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you needed...
Phaedon said you already broke your promise once. This better not be another of those times.
Look around. I have plenty of slaves. In exchange for the woman's death, I can let one go.
I'll be on my way.
Kill the woman or not, it's your choice. But if you want your slave friend to go free, it's the only way. One person's freedom is another's demise. Cassandra! What chance that we should meet here?
It doesn't really feel like chance.
Ah, so you wish for today's topic to be about fate?
No, not really.
Good, because I had another in mind.
Attica is large, yet fate keeps bringing us together.
Ah, you're trying to bring us back to fate once again. I won't let you avoid answering my questions, though.
So how much did you overhear?
Oh, all of it. You have a difficult choice to make, clearly. How much is the freedom of one person worth? Do you believe one life is worth more than another?
There's no difference between one person and another. We all take our first breath the same way.
But are the breaths you take equal to my own? Would you not say the breath of Pericles is put to better use than that of someone in prison?
It doesn't matter which two people you compare. The answer is the same.
So, a thief is equal to a priest, a politician to a child? An interesting view.
I think I've said enough.
Ah, you're right. I know you are busy and your mind is weary.
That does sound like me.
Go now. It's been an honor having these conversations with you.
You too, Socrates.
What is it?
I'm not going to kill someone so you'll free Phaethon when he should have been already.
Fine. I'll find someone else to kill her, and Phaethon will remain my slave. I'll be sure he receives a grand reward for wasting so much of my time.
You shouldn't have crossed me.
Nothing gets past the eyes of Cosmos.
Watch yourself!
Ενοχλήσει με γούλη.
Got something for you!
ιστορίες. Πράγματι ό,τι πιστεύει τούτο. Ω άνθρωπε, με τον πέντε. Ο τάλας φεύ. Νόμο καθαρίζει. Πράγματι ό,τι χωρώ ο κατάστημα. Μελίστε όλοι καταγγέλους του. Μίζος συναρτή.
Commander at the head! Free speed! Sails down! Ship the oars! Oars at the ready! Sails! Now!
Salvage nearby! I see salvage! Are you sure this is a good idea, Commander? This is a dangerous area. These are dangerous waters, Commander. You look troubled, Cassandra.
His bay feels familiar somehow.
A bird can fly away for seasons, but will always recognize its nest when it returns. This is Sparta.
I don't think I'm welcome here.
I'm not sure of much, Cassandra, but I do know that when the time is right, we always get to go home.
And where is your home, Barnabas?
I'll save that story for another day.
Start rowing! Thera!
Lamb, you made it. I trust the seas were favorable?
Poseidon might be the only one not trying to kill me.
And did you go to Thera? Did you find him? What did he tell you?
He told me where I'm from. And where I must go.
So now you know the truth.
I'm not his daughter. I'm just a weapon.
That is the furthest thing from the truth. You were brought into this world with love. I never imagined we'd stand on Spartan soil together again.
As much as I cursed this place for what it did to us, it feels more like home than Kefalonia ever did.
Sparta is our home. But we'll have to rid ourselves of the Puppet King if we are ever to find peace.
Whatever happened to our old house?
Nikolaos stayed after I left, but now that he's gone, I don't know.
Why don't we go find out?
Of course. But first, there's something I want to show you.
No matter how far I ran, I never could escape them.
I know. On Naxos I could forget. It was as if I had locked Sparta in a box across to the border of the sea.
Did you put your memories of us in that box?
This is where I first trained you to use your spear.
Hesitation only hastens the grave.
You remembered.
How do you think I got this far?
We had to pry that spear from your hand while you slept. You said you needed it to fight the monsters. Your dreams.
I couldn't face Cerberus empty-handed. Those children will be ripped to shreds. We should help them.
Cassandra, wait! You mustn't interfere. This is Spartan training territory.
I hope you're right. For their sake.
The agoge is what turns boys into men. Interfering would only weaken them, weaken Sparta.
They're no good to Sparta if we leave them to die.
And they're no good to Sparta if they're too weak to kill a wolf. Come. Let's go home.
Move! That training is ruthless.
Not ruthless. Effective. The best of those boys will become Cryptia, keepers of the peace and stalkers in the night.
Stalkers in the night?
There's a reason Sparta never changes. It has rules, and they are strict. Spartans rule Laconia, but most of its citizens are ilotas, enslaved peasants made to work the fields and mines.
Slaves? Why don't they revolt?
Spartan fields keep them fed, and Spartan warriors keep them safe. First from the Persians, and now from the Athenians. When they forget their place, the Cryptia are ordered to keep the peace.
I see.
Most of us make great sacrifices for comfort.
Most. Not all. I never thought I'd find myself back in Sparta. It looks so peaceful, despite the war raging elsewhere. Let's go. This was the first and last place I ever felt safe.
As soon as you were old enough to hold a spear, you trained in this yard from morning till night.
Nikolaos was a tough teacher to please.
He hid his pride from you. But every night he would tell me, she's going to bring glory to Sparta.
as much as I hate him for what he did, I wouldn't be who I am today without his training.
My heart broke that day. But for the first time in ages, standing here with you, I truly believe it can mend again.
Me too.
Do you remember the first time you held your brother?
I was scared I'd break him. I piled every blanket and pillow we had around me.
Even then, you held him so tight, I thought you would squeeze the life out of him.
He turned out stronger than we thought.
The gods must be playing tricks on my eyes.
Good to see you, Brasidas. It's been a long time since I rescued you from the warehouse fire in Corinth.
That's not how I remember it.
You look well, Brasidas.
The rumors were true. You're alive!
Many we thought to be dead are still breathing.
When I heard the two of you came home...
We're in Sparta, but we're not home yet.
We want our house back, Brasidas.
Your estate was taken by Sparta when news of Nikolaos' death arrived. They're waiting for his adopted son to claim it, but he hasn't returned from the war.
Stentor? I knew I should have killed him on the beach. What do we have to do to get it back?
You'll need to negotiate your Spartan citizenship with the kings. It won't be easy.
Why not?
As happy as I am to see you, the kings won't be. Especially Archidamos. Your exit from Sparta wasn't exactly... graceful.
He can't still be mad I broke his nose.
You what?
In any case, he hasn't forgotten. But I have an idea that might help him forgive.
Tell us.
Spartan soldiers have been giving weapons to the Ilotes. Whoever takes care of these traitors will earn his thanks.
Why on earth would Spartan soldiers be helping Ilotes?
Ilotes greatly outnumber Spartan citizens, but they're leaderless, mostly farmhands, servants, and apprentices. If someone unified them, armed them, and trained them, they'd be a real threat to Sparta.
But you said it was Spartans who were arming them.
All the more reason to deal with this quickly. You find out why the Ilotes are being armed, and you'll have the king's attention.
Where will I find these Spartans?
They were last spotted in the Gorani marble quarry, in the forest of Eurotas.
So, I find the soldiers. Then what?
Spartans are loyal to their commander. Take him out, and the rest should disperse.
And the weapons?
Destroy them. The Ilotes have caused enough trouble with shovels and sickles. The last thing Sparta needs right now is them carrying swords.
So, to get our house back, I must take out the Spartan commander responsible for inciting a useless rebellion. Sounds easy enough.
Find me in the throne room when it's done.
And where will you be?
This is where I raised you. It's also where Leonidas raised me. I'm going to visit his tomb just beyond the estate. You should pay your respects too before you get started.
I'll try.